questions that arise in my mind is that why do you have to study law, right, to make a statement? Why do you need a license? Why do you need papers? Why do you gotta study the board? Why do you have to pay for that? And why does someone that has no idea who the fuck you are or your case, why you gotta pay thousands of dollars for someone that don't even know you, that don't know the case, that maybe has 1, 2 weeks, a month to go to a judge that doesn't even care. It's just bored of life. One case to another, you're just a number. And like, for example, I've gone to doctors and they don't think like some of them as patients. They're like, let's see how much money's coming in. And so I say like every little town, every little section, why can't they have someone appointed, like that knows everybody in that town, like that little section, like if you study real estate, there's a lot of squares and it's unnumbered. And so why can't there be someone appointed to that certain section that is a humble person that cares about Mother Gaia and cares about humans and cares about showing other humans to attune their abilities, not this fucking ability, to attune your abilities, your gifts. And why do you gotta pay for that? If this is a free earth, you know what I'm saying? Everything's free, except the material world, the Hollywood that gets burned for Hollywood for fucking vision. So why can't there be someone appointed for that certain section that actually cares, to help people? And, why can't it be like that? In every other section, there's someone appointed that actually gives a fuck. And so if something goes on in that section, and someone steals, someone rapes, well, then everybody in that section knows who the fuck they are. And they shouldn't have to be scared to die if they speak up, because just like there's a motherfucker that kills and takes care of the whole DNA, because they're killers, there's always a family that they're killer clowns for the good people. I ain't scared of defending the righteous. And there is a lot of people out there that ain't scared of nobody. You know what I'm saying? Why can't it be that way? Why do we gotta depend on the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Why, nigga? Why is that law? Who the fuck are they to go above God? Because if the dollar bill says, in God we trust, nigga, so who the fuck are you to go above God, to say you above God, to make the law? Who the fuck are you? Why did they make the law of taxes to bring this nigga down that 6 months before 1939, woo woo woo, as the Dutchess that made weapons for the Indians to take down black people for the land, because, like all this, there's proof all over this fucking city of murder. Like why, nigga? Why? White people don't have descendants of white people. We all come from supposedly a black people, African, whoever the fuck, nigga. So, who the fuck are you to go above, you know what I'm saying? I remember when the web started. The fucking web that gave everybody permission to fucking lie. And I still remember the whole thing about the COVID-19, supposedly. But in 1516, they were already auctioning the injections. Because Marfuga News had proof of everything. And all them mummies being moved around, and FIFA 4, all the giants being murdered. Why? And There's so many things, so many answers, so many questions. Why did they even make the law that if you don't pay taxes, what do you mean tax? Taxes of what? Taxes of what? To bring this nigga down to have more money than the government? Why? You know what I'm saying? Why? Who gave them the law, the right to woo woo woo? Why? Because why is a motherfucking cricket letter? Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck are we? Where the fuck we come from? Consciousness? Where the fuck does consciousness come from? And so, how does Google say? I remember when they were burning all the books. Why? Because books are copyrights and they want everything on the web. The web, you know what I'm saying? Where there's no proof for nothing. It's on your... If you believe what you believe, there's no proof for nothing. So what? You know what I'm saying? So, if everything's a number and everything has a meaning, right? Every fucking thing is a number, right? Another day, another dollar, because I don't want to say too much. That where the fuck does consciousness come from? Where? Who's the owner of your consciousness? Why is there someone that invents something that hasn't been invented? Everything is invented. So if this is the year supposedly 2026, where the fuck is all that? Where is it? Because that's when 2026 was marked on the calendar, but if everything is 50,000, 60,000 before Christ, you know, and supposedly religion is because of Jesus Christ, but religion killed Jesus Christ. So if you Google it, it says that was something they created to... Shut up, then. Not yet.